Alright, Clashers, this is the D here. Gotta get this war recap in before we lose it. Let's see here. So we fought off Sahindler. We just beat the pants off of them. We're going to move in here and go ahead and take a look at some. So the first one is going to be me failing on 3. Let me see if I can find it here. Where you at? Where you at? There I am. It's a close one. And granted, I didn't have my king on this one, so that can cause a little bit of, that's not really why I lost. I should have won anyway. I made some other mistakes. And one of the themes of this one is going to be what tiny mistakes do to you at a Town Hall 9. So I go ahead and get my lore, drop my anchor, get my witches going. Everything's going great. I drop my poison. It's important that you drop the poison over here, guys, because look at that dragon. Look how slowly its breaths are coming. And that makes a big difference, guys. If it didn't do that, it might have got in there, taken out a witch, and that would have caused a problem. So I go ahead, I created my funnel already, dropped my golems down, got my wall breakers in, everything's going into the core. And in a minute here, I think you're going to see my mistake. So I still have 3 wizards. And because it didn't have my king, I'm thinking, oh, I need to get those wizards in there to help out. So I drop those wizards down, and what do? They don't go into the core, so they don't help out. And you're going to see at the end of this raid, in fact, I'm probably going to speed up here in just a second. You see those wizards go ahead and die over there. That witch goes down, and I wrecked this base completely. I got a 99%. But that one little builder hut right up here at the top, I'm just not going to have enough gas to get to it. Just not enough time. A little bit more time and I'd have had it. But because I dropped if I had just held back 1 or 2 wizards, I'd have had it. So, when you bring those extra wizards, you got to keep them and place them. Because look, if I'd had 1 more wizard, I'd have had that base. And then we're going to watch. And honestly, if I had my king, I probably wouldn't have done that. But we'll watch Trent beat the pants off this base with the same exact attack. And gets his lore. He decides not to anchor, which is fine. Personally, I like the anchor, but that's probably just because I'm more comfortable with it. You can kind of see his golem gets beat up here, and that's why I don't like the non-anchor in most situations. Also, guys, I'm telling you, use that poison. Use the poison. You got to use it on them. It's not as effective on the queen as it is on that dragon. But anyway, the funnel gets done. He gets in there. He sends his hogs. Very similar to how I did it. We're going to speed through. And he's just going to womp this base. And we'll slow it down just a little bit. I don't know. I'm speeding through all this stuff because it's just to show you. You see, he's got those 4 wizards left. And there they go down. He could have, and in fact, he probably should have had them out sooner than he did. Once a section's cleared, drop a wizard, guys. It doesn't take that much time. You got to be able to take your focus off for just a second and see the whole base. So he goes in, he takes it out, and there you go. And that's those few extra wizards. You got to account for that because you've got to start the cleanup. Because if you don't start the cleanup, you're going to lose. We're going to watch DF come in here and hit 7. Let's find him. Yeah, there's DF hitting 7, 94%. So what he's going to do, he's going to come in here up at the top, and this is for me the big mistake he makes. He drops his king down. Now he's got a golem in there. And DF, by the way, man, just stop bringing so many archers. You just don't need... Bring more wizards. Don't bring all those archers. That's a waste of time. But he drops the king down. The king goes in, gets beat up. He brought a jump, but he really didn't need a jump. There was no value for the jump. And then all of a sudden, he's just going to drop a golem down. Because the job of the golem is to tank for your heroes. The job of the jump is to bring your heroes into the core of the base. So if you're going to bring a golem, drop it before your heroes. So that's what they lock onto. If you're going to bring a jump, use it to get your heroes in. And honestly, you're going to see BWAG come in and finish this off, and he doesn't bring it. And really the big difference is he dropped his golem first so his king could do the damage. Golems don't really do anything except take damage. So you need to get them down first. And you see that jump really did nothing. He hits a double bomb over here, but it really doesn't do anything to him. And like I said, he gets a 94%. He took almost this entire base out. But it's little tiny mistakes. Not dropping your golem first. That right. I mean, even with the jump in there, I think he would have beat it if he had just dropped his golem first. I think it would have made that much of a difference. I'm going to speed up here. Like I said, all that golem did was like walk around, do next to nothing, and get hit. I'm not saying don't bring a golem, but use it in a way that's going to get you more value. Anyway, it's done, and he's just a few buildings short. So now we're going to watch BWAG hit 7. BWAG elects not to bring the jump because the queen's going to come out. One of the reasons you bring that jump is to get to the queen. Well, if the queen's going to come outside the base, you don't really need it. So he drops his golem down. Look at it. It's taking all the damage. The king isn't being hit. He drops less wizards. He's just creating a funnel to make sure the king goes in towards that queen. And there she is. She's dead. They've lowered the CC. I will say I would like to see the queen go down a lot faster, BWAG, because she might have already locked the one to the drags. But luckily he had those wizards there, and they're going to come in and take care of the CC troops for him. And look, that golem has taken all that damage. That's good, guys. You want your golem to take. If your golem doesn't break, you might not have needed him, honestly, because all his job is take damage. So if he doesn't take the max amount of damage, then it was probably a waste. So he sends his hogs in, 2-finger drop. They go into the core. They split off a little bit, go over here. That's going to cause him a little bit of havoc, I think, because he hits a double bomb set. Luckily, he gets a pretty decent split. Only loses about half those hogs. But again, because he didn't bring the jump, which was obviously unnecessary, he had an extra heal. And that extra heal is a big deal. And now look at that. He's already got wizards up at the top, cleaning up trash, while these hogs finish off the job down here at the bottom. And he dropped them on the opposite side of the base. The hogs are going to finish down here at the bottom. So you want your wizards cleaning up on the place where the hogs are not going to be. They're going to take care of the bottom. They're the best cleanup troops. So you need your wizards over here taking out all these little buildings while they work on the bottom. So we're going to speed up. The king's still there, but honestly, it's too little too late on him. He's not going to do anything. He's taking a few hogs out there, but whatever. The base is already dead. And look, that wizard down here has cleaned up some big trash buildings. So again, guys, little mistakes. DF didn't drop his golem first. That was the biggest difference. Honestly, the jump might have helped if he had dropped his golem first, because then the golem and the king would have went into the core and probably done more work. But if you drop the king first, well, he's dead, and that golem isn't going to do anything by itself. It needs stuff with it. Next one, we're going to watch Epic hitting 5. Where's he at? There he is. 99%. 99%, guys. It's little things. So he sends a hog in here, gets the lore. Good job there. He goes ahead and anchors over here. Things going good. It's little mistakes, guys. Watch this. He's going to drop his witches. He hesitates on his queen. Queen should already be down. Queen should have been the first one down after the witches. Get those witches down, drop the queen. And look, he's got a poison. He doesn't use the poison on this dragon, and watch what happens. Dragon comes in. Dragon takes out a wizard. Dragon hits the queen 2 times with his breath. That's big, guys. That's big, and you're going to see the difference. So he takes an angle over here to get to the queen, which you're going to see I take a different angle. But that angle's fine, too. There's nothing wrong with that angle. It's going to get him into the core. He's going to drop it. He's created a really good funnel here. But look at that. His queen's already dead because she took the damage from that dragon. And if he had dropped his poison, I doubt that happens. But again, he's doing a great job. He gets his king. He funnels his king in, drops the jump. Everything's in the core. But look at this. The queen's dead. Everything's getting into the core. I mean, everything's in damage. Everything's moving. And now he's dropping his hogs. Those hogs, as soon as that queen's engaged, she doesn't even have to be dead. As soon as she's engaged by the king, get those hogs going. Because it's funny. the golems and the hogs kind of work together. The golems take the damage for the hogs. The hogs eliminate buildings, so the golems take less damage. But if the golems are already pretty dead or way far ahead of the hogs, none of that's working. None of that works. And look, those golems are pretty much gone. So by the time they're done, now everything's focused on these hogs. But if those golems would take a little less damage at first, they might still be alive. But honestly, he's got a boatload of hogs. The issue is that he didn't take his time. He took too much time with little things. Didn't use his poison, so his queen went down. And again, those little things end up being 99%ers. So now we're going to speed up here. It was an excellent attack, well planned out. He did a good funnel, but you got to do everything perfectly, guys. It's got to be perfect. And now we're going to see mine. My girlfriend has walked in 3 times to give me breakfast, which is very nice of her, and I love her very much. But I got to get this done pretty quickly. So I did the same. I was trying to get a bomb there. I did an anchor over here. You're going to see I dropped my witches and my queen almost instantaneously. Even with the speed up, it was about the same. I dropped my poison down, and look at this. That drag just doesn't have time. It just can't. And even while it's still alive, I'm already dropping my golems down. I'm going to drop the wizards behind them to go ahead and create that funnel. I took this angle because I wanted to, because I felt like that compartment really funneled towards that queen and got me a little deeper than the jump that he did. It gets me into all the compartments instead of just that middle one. And again, I don't even have my king on this one, guys. Look at my queen, though. She's alive. Everything gets in there. I was a tiny bit late on my hogs, but a little faster because, look, the golems are still up. Nothing is hitting my hogs right here. Nothing at all. Nothing's touching them. Everything is hitting golems. Now, that golem's about to die, so I went ahead and dropped the heal, and they were about to hit some new ones because they were getting ahead of the golems. But look at that. Golems are alive. Queen's still alive. They're killing trash. I think I've even got my witches up. Might just have to, yeah, I've got a couple witches up. They're still going. Got heals back here. I might even have messed up on some of these heals. Like he had a lot more hogs than I did. But look at this. All my trash guys are still out there doing work. I even lost a wizard at the bottom that I dropped early to a bomb. But look at that. The difference was I kept my queen up by dropping the poison. That was the big difference in our raid. And honestly, if that queen hadn't gone down, I very much think that Epic would have won this one. I'd have had to go hit a different base. And honestly, that was the difference. Just not using the poison on his CC kill caused him to lose because his queen died too early. There you go. That's the whole raid. Completely different plan. Both of them worked really well. The difference was he didn't drop his poison on the CC troops to slow down the dragon breath. So his queen didn't even die from it, just took some damage. Guys, it's all about the little mistakes when it comes to Town Hall 9. So when you're doing everything, and you know what, guys, it takes a lot of practice for everything to slow down for you. It's kind of like Manziel right now. He says he needs to get more practice, and the game will slow down for him, and he'll be more accurate. And you can see he is more accurate the second time around. But it's these little things, guys. It's all about the little things in these raids. So anyway, thanks for everybody creating some good videos for me, good and bad. We'll keep coming back to them. And as always, keep going for 3 stars.